everyone. My name is Wiley Hertzog. The other members of this group are Matthew Moore, Staci Kornis, and Zach Hall. For this project, we use web scraping and the Java data structure to generate a job search and calculate shortest paths from cities. Here is an overview of our project. Include a video overview of the running project and web scraping being performed. Also include web scraping with Selenium, how to set up the project in Eclipse. This entails downloading Selenium and adding to the project, and downloading the Google Chrome driver. Here are some of the project features. We use Selenium to perform a job search on dice.com. Print the top 40 job search results to a file for future reference. Use the cities returned from the job search to test a graph data structure, and use Selenium to access Google Maps and perform a distance search for each pair of cities generated, and use this data to create a weighted graph. Next, we'll go over the Selenium WebDriver. The Selenium WebDriver can be utilized to automate browsers. It is a primary purpose of testing web applications or automating tasks. However, it can also be used for web scraping. Here we can see a link to download the Selenium WebDriver for free. Now we will discuss setting up the Eclipse workspace. First, you start by opening the project in Eclipse. Then download Selenium and extract the files. Next, you'll want to add Selenium jar files to the build path. To do this, you start by right-clicking on the project and then selecting Build Path. Then you will select Add External Libraries. Under Libraries, you will then click Add External Jar Files. Now you will select the two jar files from the Selenium folder and then click Open. Then add external jar files again and open the lib folder and the Selenium folder. Select the remaining 5 jar files and click Open. Click Apply and Close. There should now be a total of 7 jar files that should have been added to the project. The next step would be to download and extract the Chrome driver. You will find the path to the Chrome driver.execute download. Here below we can see the link to this file. In the project, update the URL in the jobsearch.java and travel.java files to update the driver location to the location of your WebDriver. It is critical that you have the correct file path, otherwise it will not work correctly. After adding the external jar files and adding the Chrome driver URL, the project should be ready to run.
Hello everyone, my name is Matthew Moore, and I'm going to go over a little bit about why we chose this project and what it does. So our team was looking for an interesting way to incorporate a graph data structure that was useful and relevant to us. We chose to use Selenium to perform web scraping and to perform a search for software engineering jobs. For the purposes of demonstration and to have a more varied data, we chose to search the entirety of the United States. However, the program could easily be changed to allow users to enter a custom job title and location. As the job search runs, the results are stored in a hash map. This map stores the URL as the key and the job listing information as an array list. The information is formatted and saved to a file for future reference, extracting the URL, job title, location, and company name from the results. Creating files. After the job search is completed and saved to a file, the results are used to create files that will allow for creation and testing of a weighted graph. The jobsearch.java contains a method to obtain a list of cities from the job search results. A list of cities is pulled from the results and then used to create a list of random city edges. After the city edges are created, the list of city edge pairs are used to call the travel.java class and calculate the distance between cities. The calculated distance is used to weight the graph edge. The weighted graph. After the list of weighted edges is created, It is used to dynamically call for the creation and population of a weighted graph. Dijkstra's shortest path algorithm is implemented and called by the weighted graph to calculate shortest distance paths. The program searches for the shortest path from a source vertex to a destination vertex. The shortest path from the source to all destinations is calculated by the shortest path class and updates values for the edge's weights. When the shortest path results are called, the list of cities visited and the total distance is returned. In order to fully demonstrate and test the algorithm, each unique city is looped through and the shortest path to every other city is calculated and printed to a file. Each city will have its own file saved using the city name plus shortest path. The edges for the source city are also printed to the document in order to more easily visualize the data. If a path is not computed, the result returned states that there is no direct path between the source and the destination cities. This project could easily be changed to allow users to enter source locations and destinations.
Hi there, my name is Zach Hall, and I'll be going over the screenshots of the project running. As Matthew discussed previously, this project aims to find the distance between cities and also scrape jobs for software engineers. As he also discussed, we are able to change the job title to be searched for very easily, and the location. We can either expand it to, for example, the whole world if the data is there, or shrink it down to a location like Missouri or even St. Louis. In this screenshot, we have the output of the job searching part. It outputs the URL, the job title, the company, and the location. In the next output, we have the edges file output. This is an output of the different edges of the graph, or essentially the edges are used by the algorithm to point on the graph which the algorithm can reach and be used to reach other locations as well. The next is the shortest path file output. This example file is for Atlanta, Georgia. From Atlanta, these are the different distances to all the other different cities, and it's labeled with the shortest distance from Atlanta to that example. Now I'll be going over a video demonstration of our program.
Hello, I'm Staci, and this is a demonstration of our graph project being run in the Eclipse IDE. We decided to use Selenium and create a web scraper to scrape job postings websites for possible open positions. For this demonstration, we have coded the job search to search for software engineer within the entire United States. The results are stored in a hash map data structure, which uses the job posting URL as the key and the information about the job posting as the mapped values. In order to test our graph data structure, the program takes the information from the job search results, pulls out the cities from the results, and creates random city pairs for edges. Since we wanted this to be a weighted graph, we then used Selenium again to instantiate a web driver to scrape Google Maps and search for directions between each city pair. Then it pulls the mileage results, and that information was stored to a file and then used to initialize the vertices and edges within the weighted graph. Finally, we created the shortest path class, which utilizes a priority queue and Dijkstra's algorithm to find the shortest paths from a given source to any destination city. The shortest paths are printed to console and also printed to files for future reference. I am beginning the program now so that you can see the web scraper in action as it opens a browser window, and then it will enter the job search term and run the search, and then it goes through the first page of results and gets the information from the job post list cards, and then it will go to the second page of results and also get the information from those cards. That window will close when the scraping is completed and the information has been pulled, and then a new browser window is opened for Google Maps. Scraper is entering the starting city and the ending city based on the random city pairs that were created in the program. And then it is pulling the calculated mileage that is returned based on the job search random city pairs. In our presentation, we have included instructions for downloading the Selenium WebDriver and Chrome driver if you'd like to test the program yourself. Thank you. Hello, I'm Staci, and this is a
So that was our presentation. I thank you all very much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.